Okay, so it's Wednesday, November 23rd, 2016. It's almost Thursday, November 24th, which is Thanksgiving. So if you're celebrating, have a great Thanksgiving. Even if you're not celebrating, have a great Thanksgiving. I wanted to take a look at Amazon. Now, after the election, the recent election where Donald Trump won the presidency, he's the president-elect of the United States, the market went on a tear to the upside. You can look at the SPY to see it. You can look at the Russell to real. I mean, this is just a complete rip job. But there were some stocks that didn't participate. That's not how you spell Amazon. Amazon initially went down. The Facebook initially went down. The Alphabet initially went down. The Netflix originally went down, if I could say the word. All right, so Amazon and these other stocks, a lot of them share a particular pattern, but I want to point it out here. So Amazon has been on a really nice run. There's no denying. And trying to pick a top in a very bigly, I said bigly, bullish stock can be dangerous. So what I want to do here is I want to point out what I am seeing. Now, I am not an Elliott wave expert, not even close, but you can start to see a pattern set up here. Now, impulsive moves break down into 5 waves. Corrective moves break down into 3 waves. And this pattern right here, to me, looks like it is breaking down into 5 waves. So let's go over it wave by wave. You have 1 down and then 2 up. And this is a beautiful wave 2. Why? Because wave 2 presses the confidence of the wave 1 participants. In this case, wave 1 was down. So notice how wave 2 almost comes back up and just takes out the highs and says, haha, you were wrong, but didn't quite get there. That's a beautiful wave 2. It would be opposite if it was coming from below, right? But in this case, starting to go down. So then we have 3 down. And now, the only thing I can't do is I can't really break this up into a zigzag pattern for 4. But to me, this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we still have wave 5 to go. And that whole move could just be the first wave subdividing into 5 waves. So from there, we would get an ABC correction and then the 3 of 3 to go much lower. Now, I don't want to sound like Chicken Little here, okay? And it's really been bad decisions by a lot of bears trying to pick tops in the market these past 6 years, whatever it is now. The bulls have just been relentless. But there's no denying that these stocks are starting to show some cracks in the ice. So I'm looking for the 200-day moving average as a first target. That would just about make it down there. But I think we can get to this gap from April. Okay, and the high of that gap is 626.80. The thing is, I don't necessarily have a sell signal right here. Don't necessarily, just because I have a count that I'm mapping out. First of all, I don't know if the count is right. That's the beauty of Elliott wave. There could be a million different, there could be a couple of interpretations. We have, like I said, it's coming up on Thanksgiving, so we have Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And look, in my opinion, shorting a stock like Amazon, specialty retail, big with the Black Friday stuff, big with the Cyber Monday stuff, could be dangerous. But the setup is there, so watch to see if this fizzles out here. Maybe it runs a little bit into the 50-day and has some problems. My count would be wrong if we take out 803.10. So I would be wrong there. But if we don't take out 803.10, I think we're going, like I said, down to the 200-day minimum and this gap fill, more than likely. All right, but again, let's get through Black Friday. Let's get through Cyber Monday. and see what the stats say, see what the numbers say. Don't be surprised if conveniently the numbers aren't as great. And I have no idea. I can't predict the future. So this is like the most uninside information possible. Like, oh, well, is Tiny saying he knows something about the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday numbers that no one else knows? Well, they haven't even happened yet. So this is like the complete opposite of what inside information would be. It's beyond outside information. It's completely outside the solar system information. I have no idea. But don't be surprised if the numbers suck and that's the excuse for the stock selling off or whatever it is. But I mean, just keep your eye on this. See what happens. The market is red hot right now. In my opinion, it's overheated, but I'm going to save that for the weekend video. Yes, I will be back with a weekend video. I've taken a couple of weeks off, getting the new computer set up and all that. Have a great Thanksgiving. Like I said, even if you don't celebrate, have a great Thanksgiving. And I will talk to you over the weekend. Watch to see how this plays out with Amazon.